Anyway, we've always loved shoes, and if you have any questions, I'm sure I love you. How are you? I can't believe you're here. I didn't know that. Hi, guys. A question.
You know, a typical customer, which we are, 90% of us are typical customers. So young 25-year-old customer or a soccer mom, they wear a t-shirt, a pair of slacks, a pair of jeans. Their shoes must look good. The shoes make the whole outfit. And I'm sure Dina agrees with me.
It doesn't matter the cost of the shoes, because his shoes are all under $100, and that's really important right now, because you can wear a shoe. You know, a shoe makes an outfit, whether it's a flat or a heel. I was a dancer my whole life, so I wore heels when I was a little girl. We had flat tap shoes, and when I got the heel, we were in a different level, and you got to wear heels. So heels, I've always worn heels, and I was in private school, so when I was a little girl, you had a uniform, and all you could buy was cool shoes. So that was really important to me. So we got to have an artistic something in our shoe, you know. So I mean, that's why we're here. But
Well, it's also a good place to start. You start bottom up.
Start with the feet.
Right, you start with the feet. I mean, we will, God willing, we'll do accessories that match the shoes. And
I'm looking at everyone's shoes.
right, interesting. Oh.
No, I mean,
She has been walking around with her head down.
I went to NYU, so I would have my heels in the bag, wear my I'd wear my flat, put my heels on the LIRR. So, you know, I don't know.
Is it a play?
I think, I don't know, from a little girl to a woman's point of view, when you have heels, you feel prettier, you feel taller, it just gives you something, whether it's fact or fiction. I mean, I love heels.
Love my shoes. You gonna say that plenty now?
I will.
What are the price points for the line?
It's everything under $100.
Under
$100. But,
are you going to do boots as well for fall? Will those be
excuse
under?
me?
Are you going to do boots for fall?
Oh, certainly. They're
So will those be under
It gets cold in New York. I'm
Yeah.
born and raised in New York, and you know I'm from the East Coast, so boots are very important. We have flat boots, and my girls are such shoe and bag freaks. So we have a lot, and it's wonderful for me because we're all the same size. You know, Allie's probably my 15-and-a-half-year-old. Allie Lohan is taller than both Lindsay and I, so she wears flats. She doesn't want to look too tall because she feels weird and a little, you know, she doesn't want to show off, and so she kind of flies under the radar and wears flats. And Lindsay, you know, it's funny because you asked me, do you wear flats? I was like, of course we do when we go to the gym and like heels.
Yeah, it's a big part of today's mom. It's a big part of today's mom. Flat, they wear flats.
Shoes, girls.
What is like the signature style of the line? What sets the Dina Lohan shoe apart from other shoes?
You know, my girls are going to be a big part in telling me because they yell at me every day, and I really aspire to generational. So my girls, you know, I'm not going to tell a 16-year-old to wear it. I'll tell my 16-year-old will tell me, no, that's not cool for a 16-year-old because, you know, I'm old. So, you know, but I love heels, but I'm certainly not going to wear, Lindsay gives me like this, and I'm not going to wear that. It's kind of cheesy for a mom, and you have to be kind of, I don't know, I'm a little paranoid as to what I wear because
It's
you know,
called
Lindsay's
sophisticated.
23.
It's called sophisticated. It's a more sophisticated junior. You're the sophisticated
right,
junior.
I'm also older, so for me personally, shoes to me are very important, but I can't cross the line of, I'm just not going to wear, you know, like Beckham's shoes. Victoria's gorgeous and younger than me. Like, I'm not going to wear a shoe that's like this on it. You know, it's just not conducive to me. But Lindsay can get away with it because she's 23. Allie is 16, she's turning in a month. So, you know, she can get away with that. So we have to be careful, and I really want women of my age to wear shoes that are okay, and no one's going to judge them. Oh my God, you're wearing like silly shoes. You know, I mean, it's important to what you're wearing, obviously.
Well, that's one of the reasons that we're trying to bring out the line with 3 main tiers. One will be for soccer moms and more sophisticated junior. One would be, and hopefully Allie would have an influence in the more tween line, the 12 to 19-year-old geared towards that crowd, and one more for a more junior club goer.
Yeah, but it's
must
all
wear
conducive
heels
to
type
where
of
you're
thing.
going. If you're going to a club, obviously you're gonna wear a heel. If
Right.
you're going to work or you're on the Long Island Railroad, you're gonna wear a flat. So, you know, it's
You go to the
all-
gym, you wear a
it's
sneaker.
comfortability. It's about comfortability and where you are at that moment. Obviously, I don't wear heels to the gym. I wear sneakers. Do you have sneakers?
Absolutely.
I have sneakers as
Absolutely.
well. I have two sons as well that all they buy is sneakers and they hate wearing shoes. My son goes to a lot of confirmations and bar mitzvahs and he's like, these shoes are so uncomfortable, I just want my sneakers on. So it's all conducive to who you are and what feels comfortable to you, basically.
Yes.
Will Lindsay be helping you with the design?
Way,
aspect?
oh my gosh. I will not put anything up. My girls will kill me if I do something that is not acceptable. And, you know, I look to the younger generation because I'm from the 80s, I'm dating myself, but you know, I'm not saying that an older woman can't wear heels and feel pretty, you know. But then again, I'm not gonna wear something that's like a silver heel and this high, you know, it's just not for me, but it's for my daughter who's 23, and Allie loves flats, and it's how you feel. You want this company to be how you feel as a person, and not about what people think about what you wear.
It'll be a lifestyle, wear it now, need it now, buy it now, comfort at under $100. And that's really the target.
important to me, because in the recession, we're all hurting. I'm hurting as well. No one would probably believe that, but we are. So, you know, it's something that anyone can buy, and I think that's important as well.
So what size shoe do you guys all wear?
We're all the same size, which is kind of scary. He sends me shoes from Ungaro that are like silver heels, and I'm thinking, like I'm so not wearing them. But it's funny because we kind of bicker about it, but you know, she's like, Mommy, you look so hot. And I'm like, no, they write way too much negativity about me, so I'm not gonna wear them. You know, it's all about your mindset and where you are as a person. And you know, where your boyfriend or your husband or whatever you know, your children, Mom, you can't wear those shoes. You know, I think we have 3 generations that will decide what is good for that generation that they feel. I'm not gonna tell Allie what to wear. I'm not gonna tell Lindsay obviously what to wear. You know, if they try to tell me, I'm like, I'm so not wearing it. You know, that's not me. You know, and they're like, don't care about what people say. I'm like, no, it's just not me.
We have a great team. We have a great team here. Really, it's all
We have a lot of
teamwork.
hormones here.
So what size
I gotta
shoes
deal with
are
it.
they smaller? What size?
I'm
shoes do you
8.5, 9. We're anywhere from 8 to 9. But I had 4 children, so gravity, and I nursed 4 children, so it kind of. And I'm a dancer, so my arches are. My foot is growing by the minute. They say your nose and your feet grow.
What would you have photo thing with the shoes?
I said my children's shoes, which are the cutest things ever. I just want to buy them just to.
Just to look at them.
That means like across the board. So
Yeah,
there
we
are-
go
yes,
from toddlers to juniors and more sophisticated.
And it's really the companies.
Minnetonka? Minnetonka
My niece
makes.
just bought, you know, she's 21, studying at FIT and just bought her Minnetonka.
And they're very earthy, they're very
You know,
comfortable.
so it doesn't matter,
Yeah.
it's such a mindset of a woman, how you feel that day, you know? If you're tired and you cleaned your whole house, you're gonna wear, I wear flip-flops.
You know, for 30 years, we've been retailing shoes. I love my shoes, but we've had a lot of influences with different lines making shoes. They bring us in for a brainstorming. What's wrong with this shoe? What's good about that shoe? What do you like? What do you not like? And we've always been helping them tweak their lines. And this was the first opportunity that we had to say, hey, we should do our own brand. And who better to mix with than a great team like we have with the Lohans, especially Dina overlooking the whole thing. I mean, one of the things that I had, you know, a say about was this boot.
Oh, you know what's so funny?
Oh, that's funny, yeah.
Oh, can I say that?
Yeah, you can say
As
that.
a boot, it's a black boot with an open toe. And you know, Lindsay's in every country and it can be warm, cold every day. And it's a tall boot that opens. This is brilliant.
Yeah.
Because even if you're in LA, you see girls wearing like,
Oh, high boots, high riding.
oh, you never do this.
This is left one.
Right, well, we can't do this.
Yeah.
We're gonna go.